Today, we're going to focus on how we can gently progress exercises if you have a herniated disc.
Remember, we want to start where it feels good and where it feels okay and comfortable, because if we initially start with things that are very painful, what we're doing is we are just ramping up the neurological system to really send off all of the alarms, and then which is going to decrease our ability to move our bodies, because our body's going to go into protection mode. So really, what you want to do is start off doing some movements that feel comfortable and that feel good to you, but are still movements, right? We're not just resting, not doing anything. We're still gently trying to move our bodies. And then once that feels good and we feel comfortable and confident, then we can start working little by little into the ranges that don't feel as comfortable. Always working with our bodies, never working against our bodies and where our bodies really want to go at that point. Because remember, we're really trying to fly under the radar of the nervous system, which is, our alarm system. So do we basically want to ramp up our alarms and make it like a hairpin trigger? Or do we want to kind of build capacity, and so that alarm really only goes off when it is absolutely necessary to go off? And when we are in an inflamed or really painful state, it's more of like a hairpin trigger that goes off all of the time, regardless of whether it needs to or not, than a more normalized alarm system that really only goes off when it needs to. So now, going back to the cat-cow type position, again, you want to make sure that your knees are underneath your hips and that your wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all in one line. And so you can kind of look, when you're in this position, kind of aim your gaze for your fingertips. That way it keeps your neck in a little bit more of a neutral position as well. So then, say, that flexion felt better, and now you kind of want to try a little bit of that extension. So start with how we did before. Take a deep breath in. Flex through the spine to where it feels good. As you exhale, you're coming back to neutral, and then you can work a small bit of extension in. Okay? Then come back to neutral. So you're going into flexion, coming to neutral, coming down into a little bit of extension, and then coming back to neutral. If for your case, you have an extension bias, or you want to start with extension, so then you just reverse it. So basically, I always do my extension on the exhale primarily, and so I'm going to do it that way. That's just my preference, but you can do it whatever way that you like. So I'm going to exhale, really extend through my back to where it feels good. Okay, then I'm going to inhale, go to neutral, inhale, round my back, and then come back to neutral. All right? So those are just a few options for you. If you have a herniated disc, if you're having some back problems, it's important for you to know what feels good and what feels bad. Because when you're really flared up, it's not the best idea to do the things that continue to bring you more pain. Because remember, again, we're making the nervous system more sensitive if we do that. And what we're trying to do is resensitize the nervous system so that you can move your body in whatever way that you want to, and it really only goes off when it needs to go off. And so the first thing is kind of getting to know, again, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and then starting with what feels good. Once you feel comfortable and confident moving your body in what feels good, then you're going to start to explore a little bit with what didn't feel as good before. And if you need help figuring that out, give me a shout, let me know. If you have any questions on this, I'd be happy to answer. that was your movement minute for today.